Speaker, Canadians deserve to have a full stomach, a full fridge, and a full bank account all at once.
Watch this exchange in the question period. One side says grocery prices are high because of taxes. The other side says it basically has nothing to do with it. I'm going to jump in a few times just to provide some context, because the pattern matters. Because whether you blame carbon pricing, tariffs, the national debt, the dollar, there's a bigger piece both sides avoid. Who has pricing power in the food system? And why politicians never talk about it openly.
But the Prime Minister has said that he could be judged by the price at the grocery store. Since that time, food inflation has doubled, and grocery prices are rising faster in Canada than any other country in the G7. My theory is that his taxes, his carbon taxes on farm equipment, fertilizer, food processors, his new tax on diesel and gas is the cause. That's my theory. What's his?
That's a simple claim, but grocery prices don't move just because of one lever.
Mr. Speaker, the impact of the industrial carbon tax on food prices is, as estimated by the Canadian Climate Institute, approximately zero. The impact of the fuel charge, which exempts diesel, which exempts gasoline, which exempts fertilizer, which exempts food processors, is de minimis.
Even if taxes add costs, it doesn't explain why the prices remain high across the chain. Now listen, this response shifts from currency and tariffs.
Who benefit from our trade deal with China, $7 billion of new exports, who benefit from the biofuel charge that supports canola production, supports farm income, supports our future.
Yes, those can matter. But then again, it's not the whole picture.
I've given my theory on why, under his leadership, Canadians are paying more faster than anyone else. What is his theory for his terrible record on food inflation? And let's ask them if they believe that when you charge a 7-cent a liter tax on diesel and on gasoline to grow and ship food, when you tax fertilizer and farm equipment, whether that gets passed on in the highest grocery prices in the G7. Is he ready to make that trip and talk about that tax?
With new markets, with support for biofuels, with exemptions from the federal fuel charge, with exemptions from the industrial carbon tax, because we believe in Canada.
The original question was, what is his theory on why Canada, after a year of his leadership, has the highest food inflation in the G7? Why is it that single mom, seniors, and small businesses are seeing grocery prices rise faster here in Canada under his leadership after he promised to stabilize them than people in any other G7 country? I've offered my theory that it is his many taxes on farmers, fishers, food processing, and fertilizer. So once again, if it's not all of his taxes on food production that's giving us the worst record, then what is?
One of the impacts, according to TD Bank, on food prices is the fall in the Canadian dollar caused by the obstructionism of the members opposite before this government came in place. What this government is giving Canadians is certainty with the groceries and essential benefit. $1,800 for a family of two, providing the support Canadians need, the boost now, the bridge to a brighter future with building Canada strong.
What neither side is naming is market power. Who controls the choke points? If a few firms dominate inputs, processing, logistics, retail, they control and set the terms. That's how farmers can get squeezed while shoppers pay more. And when politicians don't confront concentration, enforcement stays weak by default. So the public gets a fight, but not an answer, nor a solution. This is why people feel gaslit. The government changes, but outcomes never do. When politicians turn a structural problem into a blame game, the real drivers stay protected and nothing changes. Here's the point. If politicians can say anything, blame anything, and never be held accountable for what's true, the system protects power, not the people. I think we need hard rules, such as political perjury, making private lobbying illegal, and much more. to redesign the system so there is consequences to how politicians conduct themselves and what they say and what they do. Until there's severe consequences to politicians in liberal democracies, question period or any type of politics is only going to be a process of performance and not a process to fix issues. It's going to be a process to get popularity, to gain popularity, and to vilify the other side. Right? It's not going to be a process to find objective truths and to fix real issues.